So now it's time for final assembly of the Fluval 107. So right here, I have a demonstration tank. It's a little tiny aquarium. I used to use this for growing brine shrimp. So we're going to use this to seed the new 107 filter. So first thing you want to do is pre-cut your hose. So this comes in one continuous length, so you have to cut it in half, and you can pre-cut it for whatever length you need. So on the ends, you get factory fixed terminals. They don't come off, they're permanently attached. I like to use them for the valve stop. So all you do is insert them and then twist this nut to lock them in place. Okay, that's that. Now for the other ends, you use these things. It's a hose guide. These go inside your tank, like so. And they just sort of sit there and hang out. These are the locations of where you put the suction cups. So one goes on this lip right here, and the other one goes right there. There's a little notch for suction cups. I'm not going to use them right now, but you can figure it out. So these are detachable. There's two little clips on top, and they just slide right off. Then you take a hose in your inner channel, and you just bend it around. And you take your outer cover, slide it right over the top. There's a couple of grooves right here, groove right here. They'll match with the grooves on here. Just like that, you're all set. You can adjust this to whatever length you want, yada, 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 you know what I mean. So then on one side, you'll attach on your outlet side, so you know, it's predetermined from the pump house, because you have an inner and an outer. So this one's the inner, this one's the outer. Valve stop can only go one way. So you take your pump, your valve stop, and just insert it while pushing down like that. Now you're locked. So you'll take your outlet hose and it comes with a rubber insert, and you just pop your hose. It's a press fit, just like that. Right now I'm going to take this off for demonstrating purposes. So this one's the outlet. We're going to just insert it in the mock tank like this. It doesn't have, this is only demonstration. Same thing with your inlet. You can take them apart and, you know, slide them in, but sometimes you can just slide them right in also. Give it a little coax. You can usually push them through just like that. Or you can take it apart, whatever you want to do. then you can take your intake, which also has the rubber insert, and press to fit. And then you can back this out, whatever you want to do. Now on certain aquariums, depending on how deep it is, see, like if I were to use it on this, which would be absolutely ridiculous, you would notice that your intake would go all the way down to the bottom of the tank. So if you run into this situation, you don't want your very bottom of your intake at the very bottom of the aquarium. So in case something happens where a hose pops off the filter, or you develop a leak, or something happens, this gets knocked out, your intake gets knocked out, and you're not around, you don't want to drain your whole flipping tank. So when you set this up, you always want to have your intake about 2/3 of the way down. So that way, if something catastrophic happens and all the water gets drained out, you still got some water so your fish can live. So not always going to happen. Most of the time this will be, between halfway or 1/3 of the way down or 2/3 of the way down. So just make sure you don't have it all the way down to the bottom. Being that this is a mock tank, this setup don't fit. So, but it don't matter because we're just going to use this for seeding the new filter. So it doesn't have to be perfect because it's only demonstrations. Same thing with the intake and the outtake. We're going to do just that. Now I'm going to go get the filter water that we just cleaned the filter media in, and we're going to dump it in, and we're going to fire this pump up. So here's all the schmoo that I just cleaned out of the filter media on my big tank, and we're going to dump it in. You can see, I don't know how well it comes on camera, it's brown, it's nasty, it's disgusting, and the glare of the ring light is right in your face. But you can see, it's pretty mucky. I'll put a light behind it. Oh yeah, look at that. That's all the good stuff. So now, this would be, done at your aquarium. Get ready for applying power. So you go with the power cord. Now if you noticed on your pump, you got this primer, and you're going to prime it. And this will bring the water down the intake. So now it's drawing water in. As you can tell, it's dropping in level. You can also hear it filling inside too. So now it's full. So now I'm going to top this off and then start the pump. And I'll be right back. So now I just topped off the tank. Now it's time to apply power for the filter. And we're going to let the filter suck all this schmoo up into the media chambers, and that's going to prime and seed your new filter so you get very little new tank syndrome shock and having to deal with the ammonia spikes or the nitrate spikes. This is the perfect way to seed a brand new filter if you have another aquarium or know somebody that has an aquarium where you can get this awesome schmoo. Now there's a couple of places online where they'll ask you actually sell you a pint or a quart of this schmoo, and then you can have it shipped to you and yada yada and all that other crap. So now we're just going to plug it in. And we're going to let the filter suck all that wonderful schmoo up. And then when I'm done, I'm going to transfer this to my 10-gallon aquarium. And it's going to be awesome. So thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.